Oh, yes. Well, salutations, kindred spirits, greetings, and hey, welcome to my magic party here. Doing a little pre-stream homework. I was dilly-dallying on the internet here. We're looking up the what are we looking at? The Jonah Card. Trying to make sure our credits are right. We'll be talking about the Jonah Card today. What's our earliest mention here? 1946. What is it? The 10 card poker deal. This will be one of our topics today. Di Vernon, Paul Curry, Martin Gardner. That's a lot of people involved in this thing. Anyway, I wanted to make sure I get my credits on that. Now you know a little bit about it. You can rewind to the Conjuring Archive, the Dennis Bear site, and learn more about that. We'll do that later. I'll talk about all of that in a bit. What else are we going to talk about today? I got this. Is this camera on? And by the way, hey, y'all in the chat. How you doing? Always happy to see you guys hanging out pre-stream. Andy Kennedy, he's right down the road in New Orleans. Good morning. Matthew Mosley. Gary's here. What's up, Cosmic? Good afternoon, or wherever you're at, Tim. Hey. And let's continue with the festivities. We're giving away this stuff. If you tuned into the stream last week, I'm going to be spinning the wheel. We got a couple of heartfelt stories. I stuck some names on the wheel because I couldn't pick which one to give away, and someone will be winning a prize of magic. That's the last of it from conjure.com. Conjure.com, which will continue to exist. Here's what I've decided to do. Doing a blog. Yeah, I'm going to start writing about whatever I do in the magic world. For example, this weekend I was street performing. No, the blog is a new experiment. You might want to tune into this in a week or two once I've had some experience in curating said blog. Let me talk about this while I'm at it. This weekend, I was out street performing in the French Quarter, and a friend of mine noted that the short video I posted ended up on the Reddit. So here I am in what they call can we say black magic fuckery? Can we say that on PG-13 YouTube? I just said fuckery. I'm not sure if I can. But here I am doing magic for a couple of enthusiastic young men. Maybe I did post this on the Shorts platform. I'm never sure how these things get to Reddit, but hey, here I am on the streets. Check this short clip out. I'll do it again. Don't blink, you'll miss it. You want to get all your blinking out first, get all blinked up. Look at these kids right on me. Did you blink? No. Here, we're going long distance, diagonal. From here over to this side. Oh, now he's good, huh? Here, the heat is on. Two chances. I'm going to bank it off the bottom from here to here, over to here. Ready or not, the bank shot. And over to this side. What? So as y'all probably know, there is more to that routine. That was a good spot to end for many reasons. But yeah, that ended up on Reddit, and that's blowing up. You know where it's blowing up for me? Let me just get this off of here. Over on the TikTok, that clip is going viral. We don't talk about the TikTok much on the YouTube, but I do hang out over there occasionally. At Conjure is the handle if you're on the TikTok. I guess I should also mention, first and foremost, I always like to mention the members, the new ones that joined us. Hey, Kevin Kelly. So happy to see you around. Cheese. Hey, Cheese. Tim Askin. Hey, Tim. Double hey. Andy, who's here now. Good, Andy. Thank you for joining. And Navo J. Deja vu, Navo J. You've been around before. I think this is a return for you. Regardless, thanks y'all for supporting the jam. And note to anyone who hasn't supported the jam, things are sticking to me. I'm doing Zoom sessions now. We did 2 Zoom sessions last week. I think they were fun. We're feeling everybody out right now. We're learning what to do in this new format, but I think we had a good time. We hung out for 2 hours on Monday, and it was good. Yeah, I'm getting there. Hey, what's up, Grindle? Good to see you. My man, Grindle. Aaron, what's happening? Yeah, 600K. Wow, I live in crazy town. As things are sticking to me, I should mention my air conditioning is broke in the house. So I've been struggling really all weekend. This is maybe TMI. There's some unsolicited feedback. Yeah, they were chill and fun. Matthew Mosley was there. Yep. And Ira was there as well. We'll do it again soon, but man, I need my air conditioning fixed. I wanted to do one today post stream, but I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be lucky to get through a half hour here without breaking a sweat doing card magic. And on this note, speaking of breaking a sweat, I planned this stream to be a Hansen Chin review special. I have a pile of 5 or 6 Hansen Chin things, and I'd planned to review these items. But quite frankly, I don't want to be a sweaty mess trying to, give some elegance to magic products. So maybe we'll get that done next week. Today, we're going to do teach a trick. I'm going to teach you how to do something. I did want to talk about a little bit of tech. I know my buddy Jimmy tunes into these shows. I feel like I got a magic yard sale going on here. This is, hey, Jimmy, if you're watching. I upgraded my amp this season. This is what I got. This is the Samsung Expedition, and I opted for the Express, which is a kind of a smaller model. It's a 75 watt amp. This is all that I really need for what I do. Fairly close up show. The thing I'm excited about, is it over here? Yeah. This is the love for me, and this is what I wanted to show Jimmy and anyone else that is interested in developing a little better sound quality for your performances, be it on the street or in private shows. This is a great sound system for a small show. This is a lavalier mic that works wonderfully. Now, I bought this with a headset that clips around my ear, and I was not real happy with that. So I opted to purchase this clip-on mic, and wow, I couldn't be happier. This is the model. It's the Samsung PX D1. Look, I don't even have like Amazon links or any of this stuff. Just trying to share some useful information for kindred spirits that might need a little bit of tech in their world. And you're right. That's all Jimmy needs is an amp, but he's been talking about it. And in particular, we've been talking about putting these in our life, these lavalier mics, having a clip on, as a animated performer, having something that's clipped on here versus something that's on your face. And maybe Chastain Criswell's watching this right now laughing at me because he laughed about the Britney Spears mic, but this is preferable. And hey, speaking of tech, this is a real excitement in my life and something I'll be integrating into this studio as well as future shorts. I bought a 360 cam yesterday. It'll be here tomorrow. I'll be filming with it this weekend. And this camera, I got an Insta360 X1 II. This camera is going to give us the ability to shoot 360. So when I'm on the street, I'm shooting the audience at the same time I'm shooting me. It all works from one little inconspicuous unit, and I cannot wait to share not just my street performing clips, but some of the ambiance of New Orleans, some of the other street performers, the architecture, the Mardi Gras, the parades. There's a lot of stuff in the city I want to share with you guys. And this 360 cam, wow. You'll see. I've been looking at the stuff it does, and it's quite an amazing piece of machinery. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's do this. We'll do the giveaway, and then we'll it is legit. Yeah, go look up the X1 360 Instacam X2. Too many X's in that word. I'll speak on this. I get a lot of people ask for longer street performance videos. I will eventually film and post a full street performance clip. That has not been my mindset recently, but y'all will get that in the near future. Hey, Began, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. I'd sing, but nobody wants that. All right, let's bring up the wheel of prizes, give this thing away. And as I bring this up, let me shout out Gary Henderson. Is Gary in the house? Yes, Gary. Gary was kind enough to share a little love and kick in some dinero that will also help pay not just for the cost of these items, 6 or 7 things, but also the shipping. Gary Henderson, a constant supporter of the stream and just a kindred spirit in general. Thank you, Gary. So here are the names that I chose. What I asked for is for some stories or for some input, I want to send this kit to a child. These are the people that I couldn't choose from, and we're going to let the random wheel choose for us. So there's only 5 or 6 of you. Butch, Andy, Dylan, Andy Kennedy's on there. Maybe I just walk this to your house if you win. Dark's on there. Jake, in-game sticky. Let's spin the wheel and see who gets this thing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I feel like I need some sound effects on this live stream. Maybe that's what we're missing a little bit. Butch Evans. Butch Evans, congratulations to you. If you're not here now, I'll leave a little comment in the stream from last week. And congratulations to your, well, it'll be your children who I hope get this package, unless you told us fibs, but we don't do that around here. So you'll be receiving that pile of magic. I'll need an address from you. You're going to email that to me, and I'll send you a comment in the prize thread, and you can contact me for that. So that's the name of that tune. Now, as I often do before these streams, I will go over to my community tab, and I'll say, hey, y'all, I'm doing a live tomorrow. Is there anything that you would like me to talk about? I feel like I'm a little blurry here, but that might just be my glasses. So today on the community tab, we had Rubik's Cube magic was in discussion. And while I am an advocate, a fan, a student of Rubik's Cube magic, I really don't feel like I'm in a position to even really speak on it with any authority. So we're going to save Rubik's Cube magic for another day, and instead focus on topic number 2, the second topic that was discussed. Hey, gambling routines. This is a gambling routine that you can not only have fun performing with great drama, but you can also cheat your friends. So here's a way that you can win some money from your friends. It uses just 10 cards. I've chosen some high cards to make the poker drama a little bit interesting. And you'll have to kind of imagine, suspend your belief that you're sitting with me to play this game. I'll be playing both roles for your viewing entertainment pleasure. And we'll start with these 10 cards, shuffled face up. And as I shuffle them face up, I would ask my friend to say stop anywhere. And wherever they stop is where I stop shuffling. From that point, 2 poker hands are dealt. One for my friend, one for myself. And again, this is from a fairly shuffled 10-card stack. That's all we use is just 10 cards. Your friend checks his cards to find a pair. What's that? A pair of 10s. And let me tell you, a pair is not easy to get in a poker game. And you might be able to convince your friend to wager on this pair of 10s. But of course, lo and behold, when you turn your hand over, you'll find you have, a pair of kings, wow, and a pair of queens, well on the way to the luckiest day of my life. Now, maybe that's not fair enough. Your friend might know you do sleight of hand magic. Your friend might know you cheat. So you do this. You have your friend shuffle the packet. You give them the 10 cards. They can mix up the cards however they would like, pardon moi, in their hands. And then you propose to make the game even more fair. Hey, Marty, don't foreshadow. By playing a game of draw poker. Yeah, draw poker, where you and your friend will draw the cards that they want. In other words, your friend can pick any card from the pack. You do the same. They pick the cards they want. You take the cards that you want. And that's a pretty fair procedure. They shuffle the cards. They pick any cards they want. And let's see if they, better than a pair of 10s this time. Pair of kings. And now this is a hand that you could probably get your friend to wager with, a pair of kings that they dealt themselves. But look at the cards that you happen to end up with. Wow, a 2 pair. Yep, queens and 10s. That's 2 pair, and that does indeed beat 1 pair of kings. But hey, maybe that's not fair enough. Yeah, that's right. We can make it even more fair by giving your friend the ability to cheat. So we're going to do exactly that, letting them see every card that comes off the top of the pack. They can pick the cards they want. They give you the cards they want you to have. And here's how this looks. Again, from a shuffled packet until your friend says stop. And once they do, you deal 2 whole cards. From this position, your friend chooses whether or not they are going to keep the top card or deal it to you. That's right. You turn it face up. They choose if they keep the card to go with their card or give it to you. Now, my eyesight, as we talked about, is less than ideal. We'll start this from the beginning and I'll show you exactly what that would look like. And hey, this is the real world at work in real time. All right, we're gooder now. Last time I'll use the breather principle for this trick, but I digress. So your friend decides if they want the queen or if they want to give it to you. I'm going to keep it as the friend. It's a high card. I'm going to be looking to give the tens to my opponent. So when a king shows up, your friend will probably opt to keep that card as well. Again, every card coming off the top, your friend can decide to keep or give to you. And in this condition, once they've chosen 4 of the 5 cards they'll get, you let them pick any card from here to complete their hand. Now, your friend will be apt probably to prevent you from taking the king to get, or no, they would probably take this card, right? Nope, they would probably take the king. Nope, the 10. Is that correct? They can't win. Of course they can't win. You have the kings and the 10s. They have the queens. And is that all they've got? Regardless, yes, you win the game again, and I can't imagine a less clear finish for this demonstration. Let's see if we can do that one more time just for fun. It's hard out there for a crimp. Yeah, you're right. Truth be told, there are pencil dots, and we'll talk all about this and more, but let me go through this cheating phase again where you deal the whole cards. Your friend can keep it or give it to you. In this case, I'll take the 10. Your friend would probably keep the queen. They would probably keep the king. They would probably give you the 10, right? And they would probably prevent you from getting the 3 10s and try to go for the queen. Or you could give them the choice of any of these cards at this point. And again, no matter what they pick, in this case, they end up with just a pair of queens. And over here, we're with, again, 2 pair kings and 10s. And it's this principle, Marty said it, it's the Jonah Card principle. That's what we were looking up at the beginning of the stream, that allows you to win an infinite number of poker hands. And I feel like I did one too many just then. So the Jonah Card. The Jonah Card, this is Jonah. If you missed the beginning of the stream and want to look it up, it's one unique card amongst a group or 3 groups of 3 of a kind. As I talk about this, I want to talk about the place I learned this, and that is 3 groups of 3 of a kind. I learned this in Harry Lorraine's, was it Reputation Makers? I'll tell you, the real place where I started doing the trick was here from Darwin's book, At the Card Table. Darwin's routine in here is Mexican poker. Oh, look what else is in here. We love the pinky count, right? But if you can get your hands on this book, there's a million great things in here, including Darwin's routine, Mexican poker, and it's like a 4-phase sequence. Hundreds of versions of this Jonah Card principle in print. Bob Farmer has printed an entire dossier, the 10-card poker deal dossier, with hundreds of variations in this single volume. Yeah, you got to know your audience, right, Marty? Like, I'm not going to perform this trick for everyone. I'm probably performing this trick for my poker friends. Yeah. And maybe we're in an era where poker is not as prevalent as it was, but as a poker player, I do, and I am a poker player, an avid one, in fact, and I do have my finger on the heartbeat of poker. I can guarantee you now that poker is on the upswing. This year at the World Series of Poker, which is held in Vegas every year, it's the 2nd biggest World Series in history. And if you go back to some of the internet days where internet poker was all the rage in the United States and there's 10,000 people, this is an amazing thing in a modern time for poker to be blowing up without internet poker. We don't have it in the United States. So yay, poker. I think we're on the upswing. A good touch for this, which I read in a John Bannon book, I think, is to present your audience with a card maybe that explains the hands of poker. So they don't even have to know what they are. These used to be included as tip ins with decks. You could get like the value of a poker hand. So you could say, here's what the poker hands are worth, and let's see how you do. And they really actually, for this routine, maybe don't even need to understand the values. And here's why. You explain it as you go. So let me talk about the 3 phases I did. And each phase revolves around getting the jack into your spectator's hand. Now, this jack has a very light pencil dot. Will this camera pick it up? Whoa, we're booing. We're booing the pencil dot. Can you hear that, y'all? I don't know. It's a little red dot on the corners of the card. You can see them there, right? So that I can visually spot this card from the back on a good day. Also, I put a breather crimp into this card so that you can spot it by the shape of the card. And I'm not going to go into detail on this, but note that it doesn't have to be visibly marked on the back with a dot. It can also be marked in shape by the wave of the card. And this is where I might have gone a little bit askew earlier. So anyway, our goal is going to be to get this Jonah card into our spectators' hands. The first one is really easy. I start with it on top and then just using a milk shuffle by holding that card with my fingertips at the back and doing an overhand shuffle, but keeping the Jonah card on the top of the deck. This is what allows me to have my spectators say stop anytime. And then the first card I deal, which will go to them, will be the Jonah card. Once they have this card, you win. So you just deal the hands out, and they're going to have a loser every time. So here they got a pair of queens, and over here we've got kings and tens. As you pick up the cards, actually for phase two, they get to shuffle. They shuffle for phase 2, and this now is where you propose a game of draw poker. You're going to choose the cards you want and let the spectator choose the cards that they want. And all you have to do is not pick the Jonah card. So I can see the wave right here. I can see the dot here. So as I say, I'm going to pick one. All you do is let your spectator pick. You avoid this one. And note this. Once they pick this one, and they'll have to because they're picking second, once they pick that one, you can let them pick your cards too. So you can say, you know what? You could pick my cards too. Which one do you want me to have? So ideally, they pick the Jonah card first, and then you get this beautiful situation where they're giving you all of the cards they want, and it's the fairest thing in the world aside from actually seeing the cards. There it is again with kings and tens, and because the Jonah card's in their hands, the best they have here is a pair. Now to wrap this thing up, we're going to let them see the cards, and this is what I was saying before, as you pick them up, arrange that Jonah card back on the top, and another milk shuffle, retaining it on the top, and then you deal 2 whole cards, one to yourself, one to your spectator. And again, this is just one of hundreds of avenues with this plot. Once they have the whole card, you can't lose. So now we let them decide which cards they want face up. So they can pick the king or opt to give it to you. They'll probably keep the second king. This is where it's really nice when they're looking for, they get a pair right off the bat. They'll probably give you now look how dismal this looks. They've given you a queen and a 10. They have 2 kings. What would you do as the spectator here? I'd probably keep the 10 to prevent the magician. And then you say, look, you pick any card you want to complete your hand. They're going to pick that king, right? Because it's 3 kings, and that beats 2 pair, right? But look, because they have the Jonah card, and this is really the finish you want here. We have a full house, queens and tens, and there we go. How's that for it's a nice blurry finish. That's the Jonah card principle. So, hey, you might want to do this. You might want to go to the Conjuring Archive and type in Jonah card, or type in the 10-card poker deal at Dennis Bear's Conjuring Archive. You'll find hundreds of resources. Maybe you have some books that explain the principle. I've seen magicians do this routine on stage with jumbo cards, in trade show environments, at conventions. And for sure, if you're at a party where people are playing card games, you put a little thought into a little routine of how to give your spectator a Jonah card. I'm thinking this routine could work for you in your life. I hope so. And this completes my presentation on the Jonah Card trick. Whee! Turn my attention to the chat. We'll see if we have any questions. Oh, this is, as I see Half-Blood mentioning the stripper deck. If you want extra fun, set those 10 cards with the stripper deck and then strip those cards to the top, deal those cards off as though it was random. This is a fun way to start the 10 card poker deal. And thanks for shopping at conjure.com while we were selling things. Ooh, look at this creative thought. I think this trick would work well with Uno cards for non-poker people. What an interesting thought. Okay, then let's work on that. So there's, like I was saying, there's so many. I mean, one of my favorites, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Y'all go do your own research. Y'all go, but Ernest Eric's version and By Forces Unseen, where you touch nothing. The spectator makes all the choices. Wow, that's a good one. Woo, woo, great deal. We like the puns. Thank you. All right, y'all. So look, I had planned about a half hour for this. I figured that'd be about how long it took for me to start getting sweaty. And I was right. I'm becoming moist. No one likes to hear that, but I'm going to give it a couple minutes if you have anything you want me to talk about, and we'll talk about that. I'll hydrate in the interim. Re-encourage anyone that is interested in the Kindred Arts. Take a look at my membership offerings, $5 a month. That'll get you access to dozens of unique tutorials, special live member events. And as I said earlier, we're doing live Zoom sessions now. Hey, Matthew Mosley coming through with the info. So if you get B cards, they still have the poker rules. Good to know they're still out there. You know what I did the last time I needed one was I just printed the rules of poker from an internet website and I stuck it onto a card. I glued it on there. But yeah, it's a thing to be concerned about if you choose to perform this in an environment where you don't have people that you know poker. Right? But maybe you don't perform this for those people, you know. Maybe you're not doing this at your public stage show. You're just doing this for select groups. All right, Eric, you're going to be in penitentiary if you do another one. How was that one? Penitentiary. All right, guys, it appears as though we've completed all the important steps. We talked about next week, we're going to go for the Hansen chin. We learned something today. We talked a little tech. Man, I can't wait to get this 360 camera. Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go, Marty. Y'all go look up that one. And really, if you're interested in card magic, you should look up everything that has the name John Bannon on it. Everything. It's all good. Yes, I'm not very punny. I'm only partially punny, Mr. Henderson. All right, y'all. I feel I've overstayed my welcome. This is going to be a thanks for your time, your energy, your attention. I do appreciate it. It's going to be a ciao for now. See you guys on the next one. I'm probably next Wednesday. Well, hopefully the air's working. I'll be back at 4. But that's bye for now. Au revoir.